episode of Toxic Gas Podcast. You know, we got a lot of things to talk about. You know, I ain't been here for the last episode, but it's gonna be a good one, so stay tuned. Nagging woman, it will be the topic for today. That's a very hot commodity around here in the relationship realm. You know, and that's why a lot of them don't work out, to be honest. Shit. So, you know, we can get right into it. Let's go.
All right. Thank you for the intro. I appreciate that one. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back.
Yeah.
I know you was on vacation for a little while.
Yeah.
You know, you was on vacation with
I was with my wife, so
with the old lady.
You can call it. I was just out for a while.
You was in hell.
No, actually, she ain't been doing too bad. You know,
she ain't been doing too bad.
She, the nagging wise, you know, but other stuff, you know, it's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, a lot of my problems come from nagging, and as a man, we don't want to hear that shit. You know, we just want a simple life. You know, come home, everything straight. You know, feet rub, but you know that ain't never gonna happen. There's some women out there that would, but
it is. You know, there's women out there that'll do that shit.
Okay, so here's my thing. So give me an example of like that you would say that's like nagging for you.
So for me, if I'm on the game. So if I'm on the game, right, I don't want to hear nobody yelling at me, especially if I'm on, you know, the 2K or something. But even though I don't play the games anymore because I was tired of that being a problem in our marriage, the game, which is stupid, the game, like no bitches, you know, cheating, none of that, just the game has been a problem in the marriage. I feel like there's other bigger things to worry about than that, you know.
And there is, you know, and not all women feel that way. All women don't feel like, you know, oh, you playing the game is an issue. Some of them actually enjoy it because it's just like they feel as though you're in the house, you're not doing anything to get yourself in trouble.
You safe, you know. But when women don't like that. Even though you being safe, you ain't doing nothing. If you ain't giving them 90% of your undivided attention, it's like you doing wrong, you know.
So basically, what you're trying to say is that a lot of time with most situations when it comes to women or even men do it sometime or whatever the case may be, like there always has to be something that has to be nagged or complained about. So get an example. So let's say, okay, you're going out with your homeboys, nagging you because you could be around bitches and doing all this other stuff. Yeah, okay, cool. So then you go home and you stay home. So now they find something else to nag about, say the video game. Yeah. Well, you always on a video game, but then I'm like, okay, then cool. Then you don't want to be on the video game all day. Mm-hmm. How about I go out? Well, no, I don't want to do that. So then you're not doing the video game. So now you're just at the house just writing rap songs. Well, why can't I be a part of the song? Why you ain't writing a song about me? But the big picture of it is like there's always something that to complain about. It's almost like you can't just be happy that it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like It's like you gotta always find something to complain about. Like nothing is ever good enough. And I can get it. I get it. It's nagging. It's annoying because me as a man and even, you know, you, it's like sometimes there's the stigma that all niggas are the same. And we all of us, we ain't shit. So a lot of the time, what's frustrating about that is like they say, like, yeah, some people say, like, you don't need to tell a female that you're a nice guy for them to think or feel that you're a nice guy. But guys like me, I feel like I have to say that because, yeah, they may say, well, if you're a nice guy, why you got to say it? Well, if you think I'm an ain't shit guy, why you got to say it? Why? So, like, no one want to sit there and take the time to do that. So, therefore, it becomes very annoying. It's nagging. It's almost like, as men, a lot of time as men, we always on the defense. Like, we always got to try to fight against the stigma of the last ain't shit nigga that she was with. And then they start nagging with you about the same thing over and over.
See, but about that, though, right? Like, is the last nigga she was fucking with, was he really ain't shit? Because I feel like
I need to talk to the last nigga.
Right, because you know what I'm
I need to ask him.
It's something not adding up because if you went through 1, 2, 3, 4 relationships and you still ain't find the perfect guy or the perfect nigga that
who the problem?
Right, who the problem? You know what I'm saying? Because I know women who dated different men, and when they broke up with each other, the man successful. The man living his life. You know, the man.
And they hate that.
He got his career he always wanted. He got everything that he want to do. And it's like with them, you know, it's just it's like, oh well, you know, he was this, he was that. I mean, besides like the cheating and shit like that, like I get that, like nobody want to get cheated on, but I just feel like sometimes, you know, it be like they just want to like bash people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, this person did this person did that, but it's like, what did you do to make that person do that? What did you? How did it start? Because it didn't just come out of nowhere. Evidently, you loved them enough where you fucked them and y'all was, you know, had a whole relationship with each other.
Right.
So something had to go wrong from there. So tell me what was the issue to begin with? So.
Yeah. And a lot of women, they see the red flags, but they feel like they can change the nigga. So the fact that they feel like they can change them make them not want to leave. And I feel like me as a man who was raised by a single woman, I know the like how a woman could be. They can be on their shit, got a job, everything clean, house still clean, everything. But women feel like nowadays if they got a job, I got a job too. Why I got to clean? I got a job too. Why I got to do this?
That's
I got a
so
job
true.
too. Why I got to do this? Like, okay, they want to, like you said before, they want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman. But even though back then a traditional woman didn't work, but everything now, they want to get their nails done, eyebrows done, hair done, clothes. Like, they want to be fucking pampered, and they want you to do everything. But when I first moved to Jacksonville, my wife didn't work. The house still wasn't clean. My wife didn't work. Everything still wasn't the way it should have been. So I was like, no, fuck that, get a job. And she got a job, and now it's like she feel like I should be the one doing everything in and around the house and shit. And she get mad at me when I be like, you do it. Like, she don't take out the trash. I take out the trash. But she be like, well, we all supposed to clean. You don't take out the trash. You don't need to touch the trash.
Why don't you touch the trash?
Because that's what a man's supposed to do. But when I say, why the house not vacuum? Why, like, dishes ain't done? She be like, well, we all supposed to do that. So it's like things that man's supposed to do, but women think man should help with everything.
Now, I would say this as well. I feel like what you're saying is correct. Like, there are, like, I believe in traditional gender roles when it comes to, like, house stuff. A man should take the trash out. A man should, you know, check the house, you know, for, like, security and things like that. But also, I feel as though as a woman, there's things that you're supposed to do. You know, like, if I work all day and you don't have a job, I'm expected to have a cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have a cooked meal, you know, I expect you to have just an idea of what we're gonna have for dinner. But I just feel that, you know, like you said, with today's woman, well, I work, so why aren't you doing it? And it's like, that's not fair because shit, I work, but I still gotta take care of responsibilities as the you know, man of the house or as a provider. So it should be vice versa. And to you know, I don't know if this will help or not, but to rectify that situation, I think the best thing for a person to do is to come up with a list of chores of who does what. And instead of making the person do the same thing all the time, we just have a week where, okay, this week is laundry week for me. This week is dish week for me. You know, and this and things like that, and it switches up over time. Because I mean, I can understand how you can get tired of doing stuff like that, but it has to get done. Because if you don't, then you know your environment is just bad. It's dirty, and then your mindset becomes, you know, bad and dirty in a sense.
I noticed that one thing about our podcast, we're all three different types of niggas, and the one thing I say is like, man, fuck all that. I ain't with that. No. If I can take the trash out, you can take the trash out. I'm sorry, that's just how I am. Now, there's things that I feel like a man should do because we are built differently. So if there's like a 60-pound box or something that gets thrown away, I'm going to take it. Because, you know, my wife's body structure or any woman's body structure is not really meant to upper body strength to deal with stuff like that. So that's things like men should do. Now, women want equality. So you want to preach the equality shit, I'm finna give you some equality. one thing that annoys me that my wife used to do, and may do it from time to time, she'll get the trash, take it out the trash can, open up the front door, sit it right outside the front door, and 10 feet further from there is the trash can. So you telling me you went all the way outside where the trash can you already took it out the thing, tied it up, and you sat outside and you're going to wait till I get home to throw it away. Fuck that.
So, see, now here's my argument with that, right? So my argument with that is that's like a woman pumping her gas, right? If you're in the car with her, I mean, it's expected for you to pump the gas for your woman. So it's like, look.
I mean, sometimes I don't feel like getting out the car.
I
ain't gonna cap. I'd be like, man, you already on that side.
See, but I feel as though, like, you know, trash, pumping the gas, that should be things. That's like something that you just automatically just have to do. You know what I mean? Because it just doesn't look. It just don't. It for me personally, it just don't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, sometimes, like, when I was in a relationship or shit like that, the trash, we had a valet trash. All I had to do was literally walk out the door and set it in a little valet trash box. Some days I'd be like, damn, I forgot, fuck. You know, and they'll sit there. But then she'll probably grab it and throw it out. But then I'd be like, just tell me to grab it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to be like, well, damn, you can't even take the damn trash out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, for me, it just don't sit right with me. That's why.
So to add to that, and I agree with what you're saying, but to me, it really depends, because now we're going back to the gender role. So, and I don't want it to always feel like it's a contradiction or it's a double standard or we're riding the fence. Meaning, if it's a woman's job mainly to cook and clean, but I can do the same shit when she either don't feel like it or she's at work or she's busy, I'm gonna be able to I'm gonna clean up. I'm going to cook. Now, if I was the type of man where it's like, you know what, when I come home, I better have a home cooked meal. Well, if my wife come home, I'm gonna have a home cooked meal for her. So that's the equality for me. So take the trash out. If I'm not there, take the trash out. I don't want to come home because they're going to make me feel like you're lazy. You wasn't lazy enough to unbag it, put another trash bag in it, and walk it all the way outside and go another 10 feet. But you did more work doing all that. You could have just took it outside. Now I got to come home when I get off of work. First thing I walk through the door, getting off work, tired of shit. Oh, let me go throw this trash out that's been sitting here for like 3 or 4 hours, but you walk by it 3 or 4 times to go back and forth to your car. So for me, and I was raised by women, so that's why I feel my mindset's a little differently. Everything that a woman is supposedly old school supposed to do, I grew up doing that. I cook. I'm a baker. I have a baking business that's really owned and dominated by women.
Shout out to Heaven's Bakes.
So I do all of that. You know what I'm saying? I cook my ass off. You know what I'm saying? I'll run her bath water. I'll go do some hot stone stuff or whatever. If you want me to rub her feet, I'll rub her feet. That's equality for me. I'm not going to generalize that, because if we're going to generalize it, I'm going to tell you right now. Like I said on, I think, the very first one that we did, everything a woman is expected to do, if a woman doesn't do it, there's always someone I can go pay to go do the exact same thing and probably a better job. Yeah. And here's the kicker to what you just said. The good thing about if I pay someone, you know what I won't get?
Attitude.
Won't be no nagging.
No nagging, no
attitude.
No
nagging. Get your money and go.
Yeah. See, but look, this is how, like you said again, how we all differentiate. Because I grew up in a household where my father was there. My father and my stepmom. So I seen certain things that my father would do that was like, okay, this is what a man does. You know, even when I was growing up, my dad, you know, was like, take the trash out. You know what I'm saying? The oldest boy take the trash out. So when my son gets older, I expect him to take the trash out. Me and my sister would take turns doing dishes. You know, that's where the equality things comes from. But if my dad was working late and my mom had came home before my dad, my mom would cook. And if vice versa, if my dad, you know, came home early and my mom was still at work, he would cook. Okay. You know, so it's just like, right. So it's just like, yes, I do believe in gender roles. I do believe in the household, not as far as like work and things like that. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I just always was taught to, as a man, you take the trash out. As a man, you check the door. As a man, you know, you sit a certain way. You do a certain thing. So that way, you know, she understands that you're her protector, you're her provider, and also you know you're just not some fuck nigga. Because you know today's man, bro. I went out on a date yesterday, right? And I was out on this date, and we went to this restaurant, nice restaurant or whatever. And the first thing I did was I held the door open for her, right? So I held the door open for her. I got a table for two. We get to the table. I pull her chair back. I said, hey, where you want to sit? She automatically, because we've been going on dates, she automatically knew to sit with her back to the door so I can sit and face, so I can face and so I can see the door. So I pull her chair back. I let her sit down, and then I adjusted to where she wanted to sit, and I grabbed her purse and things like that. So I look over to my left side, and I see a couple. It was a couple. It was a black couple. Old lady was, I ain't gonna lie, bro, she was thick. Anyways, he looked basic or whatever. Whatever. But it was on a date. It don't matter. She goes to sit. She goes to stand by her chair. I don't know if she expected him to do the same thing I did, but he just looked at her. And she just sat in her chair.
That would have been me. I would have been like, what you doing? You eating standing up?
And then he ended up sitting down. And it was crazy because he ended up sitting down before she sat down. And then when she kind of looked at him, he stood back up. He waited for her to sit down. And then he sat down. But it's like, it's just certain shit. I don't know, man. It's just certain things that I just notice about certain men and today's men that's just interesting to me that they don't just pick up on. Like walking on the proper side of the street and things like that.
I mean, look, so back in the day, this is why I'm always on the fence. I'm kind of like in the middle of all of it. Back in the day, that's the best way to go about it. It's 2021, about to be 2022. You got more feminists now running around screaming, we want equality. Back then, we didn't get that. So therefore, back then, women back then, because I'm an 80s baby. So women back then, it's like the roles, and not saying roles in a negative way, but the roles and position was more understood and expected. And men didn't complain about the things that we complain about today. Because now, like I said, women today, it's equality, blah, blah, blah. Why y'all get paid more, blah, 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 blah. So that's where, yes, we grew up in that era.
But that's where I got to argue that, though, man. Because I see where you're going with it. But it's just like a woman still want to be courted. A woman still want to feel like, she's she's valuable to you.
So I got a question. Would you be doing all this stuff that you doing on your date years down the line?
Yeah, I mean, even like with my
cause things like that is what people do to get the women,
like courting them to win them over, right?
Win them over, and then once you get them, it's like
but even like with my ex girl, right? So like even when she like talk to me crazy and shit, you know what I'm saying?
I was still fuck your chair.
No, I was still got a chair for her because it's just natural for me to do that.
Okay.
Now would I talk my shit? Hell yeah, I'd be like, you fucking goofy ass motherfucker or something like that. But it's like I still have the courtesy in me and the chivalry in me to do these things.
Yeah, the only thing I can say on this walking on the right side of the road, like she face away from the street, I do that. I do that with my daughter and everything.
Yeah, but think about it. You have a daughter.
Yeah.
You have a son. And I have a son. But you have a daughter.
Yeah.
So with you having a daughter, you're gonna expect a man one day when she gets older to court her and make sure that he treats her with respect. Yeah. You gonna look at a nigga like, nah, nigga, what you doing? Like, stay on the right side of the street. Yeah. Open the door for her. Like, if you want this woman to like you, you want my daughter to like you. This is what I taught her that a man should do for her.
See, but I gotta like install that inside of me because I didn't see that. I didn't see that growing up. I didn't see nobody holding the door for my mom's. I didn't see no one pulling her seat out. She'd always herself. She's an independent woman. So the fact that I never seen it, I kind of got to install that inside of myself to do that because it's like it's not a second nature to me to do stuff like that.
And I understand that.
So I got to kind of.
Okay, so to add on to what you're saying, and before I have to roll out, so here's my thing. I think in today's society, I think as a man or woman, you have to teach your woman how to do things that you do, not so that she can start doing it, but so that she can know what to do when shit hits the fan. Say God forbid you get in a car accident. Your whole household gonna go to shit because your wife don't know how to do nothing. Don't know how to even turn the AC on right. Don't even know how to anything. And that's where we have to change that mentality, in my opinion. You don't have to say, hey, I want to show you how to do this so that you can start doing it. But no, I want to show you how to do this so that in the event that I'm not here or something goes wrong or I need a little help, because we all need help. I don't want to feel like every time something come up, I got to hold your hand. Now you're holding me back. And now you're kind of like in the way. So that's the closest thing to equality on both ends that I would think that can kind of like close the bridge or the gap between me and your perspective, is that that's the best way I can put it. Teach your woman and woman teach your man how to do things that the other one do not know how to do. I'll do it all day, every day. But just like women need a break, so do I. And it ain't no testosterone, it ain't no pride issue. We're all normal. So with that being said, like, you have to teach your woman how to do things in the event you can't do it for whatever reason. If I gotta go pick up my son from daycare and I'm like, babe, blah, 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 can you take care of this? Well, I don't know how to do it. Can you get on the phone with me? Can you show me how to do that? Like, I ain't got time to do all that. So instead of me bitching about what my wife can't do, I'm only gonna bitch about it if I already taught her and she choose not to pay attention. So now I have to double work, because now I could be going to pick up my son or getting ready to cook dinner, i.e. what a woman should be doing, depending on who we're talking about. So now I'm being a woman and a man. So you might well call me a transgender, depending on how I want to look at it.
Nobody's saying that.
Hey, cut that out.
Nah, you good.
Cut that one out.
But you get what I'm saying? I don't want to have to feel like I have to play both sides of the fence. I want to be capable to do both sides. If my wife can't clean up the house, best believe, I got to vacuum, I got to steam, and it's stuff that I do in the house that I clean and she would never do.
But that's what I'm saying though, right? Like, this all stems from just the situation in general. Like I said with my mom and dad. My mom and dad both worked, so they would switch up the roles. But what I'm saying though is that, like, I don't expect my mom to grab a bag of trash and walk it down the because we lived in Chicago. We lived in a 2-story apartment.
I mean, that's different.
So my thing is, like, I don't expect my mom to do shit like that. However, though, like you said, if you're home and you see something that needs to be done, of course do it. But it comes to the point where it's like, this is a shared responsibility.
Right.
We both messed this house up. And then let's be honest, man. You know, I'm not trying to, call women out, but shit, you go to a woman's bathroom, her shit is everywhere. Her hair products, her makeup, her tampons, all that shit, right?
Period panties.
Right. So you're like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, you're busy or whatever, but take the time out to pick up after yourself as well, because
especially if she knew you was coming over. That's dirty shit.
Oh my God, I done seen some shit.
It's not like you fucked up.
I done seen some shit, but just to go to what you were saying, like, when I say gender roles, I'm talking about in the household, I'm talking about like something simple like trash.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't expect a woman to take trash out. Unless she a fucking by herself alone, which is different, or she a fucking mechanic. You know what I mean? Like,
it's some women out there that goddamn fix cars better than dudes.
For real. I know women who can probably change the alternator. You know what I'm saying? So
carburetor alternator.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. Because it's like, for instance, right? We have a preference in women. Back in the day, women used to smoke a lot. Yeah. Cigarettes and shit. Today's women don't really smoke like that. Nah. So when I see a woman that pull a cigarette out, I'm like, ugh. Right? No,
I ain't gonna lie. When I was smoking cigarettes, a long time ago, I wouldn't mind if I wouldn't smoke cigarettes, but I don't smoke them no more. So now if I see up, like, that's nasty. Right. So I can see where women come from. Like, I don't really care what you think. I'm gonna smoke with somebody who's gonna like it. It's someone who's gonna like it.
But their breath is gonna like
breath
doo doo.
Not always.
I mean, I don't know.
I dated a female who smoked before.
And like shit.
The one breath that stink is because they don't take care of themselves, or whatever. That's what that is. You can find a woman that worked for a trash company and still smell like roses because she take care of herself after the fact. Yeah. So I mean, if they breath stink still after they smoke, they breath gonna smell like what it smell like right after they smoke. But if they breath still smell like that a couple hours later, they got other hygienic issues. Right. You know what I'm saying? But look, I wish I could be here longer or whatever. I got some responsibility to take care of. So y'all enjoy the rest of the podcast,
Absolutely.
and I'll see you guys next week.
Now you got two of the most toxic people left.
Oh man.
Oh man, see, I can't even balance it out now. Now y'all, hey women, close your ears. I can't help y'all no more. I tried to play both sides, but can't do it now. All right, man, y'all enjoy, bro.
All right, bro. All right. You about to cut this out?
No, I'm gonna grab his mic. No, he good. He can go ahead. He good.
No, I was about to call Brianna back.
Go ahead. You can call her back.
Hello. For what? I mean, I'm planning on it, but I mean, I can. I think she do things like that just to make sure I'm coming back home.
Because you can kind of hear her a little bit in the background.
Yeah, because she, like, women do this a lot. You know, I'm put this on the podcast. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So
you good.
women do this a lot. They tell you things without telling you their real intentions.
Yeah, that's true.
Like she say, "Oh, I'm seeing you stop past the store before you come home. We got things in there to cook." She was like, "I'm gonna see what we gonna cook. You need some bleach and some pepper." Bro, we got seasoning salt, lemon pepper seasoning, goddamn Adobe, what the fuck shit called? Bro, we got all this different types of seasonings in the fucking cabinet, bro. Like, why would I go to the store for some damn pepper?
But why would she have a reason for thinking that you're not gonna come home?
But that's besides the.
No, say it. Fuck it. No, just say this shit. There's a reason why she feel that way.
You know, I've done things in the past. You know, I say I'm gonna go do this, go do something else.
Right.
You know, I say that, you know, I'm a you know, go do the podcast, you know, and I might go to the club afterwards. So she do things like that just for security. What's that word called? Affirmation.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. Security. Yeah, you said it right the first time. Security.
So to make sure, you know, I'm actually gonna come right back home.
Right.
But you shouldn't even give a nigga a reason to do anything. Like if your home was secured, why would you even have to call me and say that? You should know I'm coming home.
So let me ask you this next question, Dan. What situation or what make her? Because I mean, it ain't come out of nowhere. Like you said, you did stuff in the past.
Yeah,
that's what caused the security issue. If that makes sense.
But why did I do things in the past though? That's the real question. You know, I can't sit here and say that, you know, everything that guys do is right. Mm-hmm. You know, I can't say that just because someone push you to the point, it's okay to go out, you know, and step out in your marriage.
Right.
You know, I can't say talking to other bitches is fine if you mad at your girl. Mm-hmm. But the fact that
not the but.
But the fact that you know what I don't like, you know what pushed me to the edge, all this shit, and you still do it anyway, and then you be like, but you better not talk to nobody else. I'm gonna sit here and push you to the edge, but you better come right back home to me.
You see, but that's where it comes into where, like I was saying, you know, like me, you discussed this offline. Uh-huh. You know, if you're in a situation where you're not happy, why still be in it?
Bro, it's
like, bro, move on.
It's not that easy to get out of a marriage when one person don't want it and the other person.
Shit, it was easy for me.
No, but at some point, you know, either the funds not there, it's either
they have ways around that.
The
court there's ways where the court will cover it. Will cover the cost of it.
It's like, because
I went through it. Trust me.
And then like it's just a lot. It's just a lot of stress when you want to be with someone, and it's like they just gotta like chill and relax, and it'll be like the marriage will be fine. It's like it's not like I just be like, you know, man, fuck you, I don't want to be with you no more.
Right. It'd be shit that just builds up.
It just builds up, and I'm like, if all these things wasn't happening, we'll be perfect. We'll be the perfect happy ass couple.
So have you ever like just pull her to the side and talk to her like, look, like
I can write a book. Like, man, I done pulled her to the side, told her this, told her that. It just like at some point, it just be like, all right, you know what? fuck this. I done talk to mediators. I done talk to people just to like try to put some fear into her. Like, oh yeah, he's serious about this shit. I'm gonna change, bro. You know how you used to get an ass whooping as a kid, and you be good for like
2 days,
maybe a couple weeks.
Shit, me it was 2 days. 2 days later, I'm back in my ass beat.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be like, man, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm gonna go out here and do whatever I want to do. Then I come back home, and then she be like, let me suck your dick. And I'll be like,
this is me.
and you be like, all right. Get your dick sucked. You be like,
nah, that is true though.
You're like,
that's like, yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, you be like,
like
man, fuck it.
But I think what it is too though, man, is that y'all do love each other. Y'all care about each other. I just think that there's a communication disconnect somewhere along the lines. And because, you know, Iman, if y'all got 2 children.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been married for a few years now. So it's like, I think what it comes from is, like you said, you stepping out. But then, you know, also it comes from you being irritated by certain things that you keep telling her, like, listen, I don't like this. Let's do this. Because like you said before, you know, when we talk, you know, at work, you always say, like, fuck, man, like, she not fun no more.
Yeah.
You know, we don't do shit no more. Like,
Yeah.
It's like she just want to be a mom full time. Yeah. And being a mom is a full-time job. But I feel, though, is that, like, I don't know if it's because of babysitting or because of, like, you know, lack of funds, which can happen. Yeah. But I feel, though, is that, like, y'all need to make y'all relationship more exciting again. And I think that's what's going to put y'all over the top to where y'all okay with each other again. Because when y'all too busy having fun, enjoying each other's company, you don't got time for this stress and bullshit. Yeah. You know? So I think that the best thing for y'all to do and try to think about is doing like a couples retreat or something. Mm-hmm. Take the kids to Virginia, have your mama watch them. Say, Mom, can you watch the kids for like a week? Me and her need to go we need to go on vacation. We need a break. Yeah. You take your old lady out somewhere, y'all go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Y'all both got jobs, y'all both can put the money together and save up for a trip. And go on like a little mini vacation, man, and just go have fun, kid free.
So the thing about that is, right, we do things together. Like, we don't went to I mean, I guess you can't really say the club is like a retreat.
No, don't do the club.
But we went to the club together, and she literally told me, she was like, I can't really have fun with just you. I gotta have my friends here with me. But it's more of like a party scene, though.
See, that's the thing, though.
So maybe we need to like go to like a island and fucking
do
some shit.
that's a party scene. When it's a party scene, you want to party with your friends. Like one of my good homeboys, which
some marriages they best friends though.
Yeah, but we know why though.
What?
They both, and the reason why they're best friends because
they do things like that.
They do things together. Mm-hmm. So not just clubbing. They might go on a vacation. They might have the same interest in things and stuff like that. And they might grow the same interest in things like that. But I think the thing is with that, like, cause I got a homeboy, which I really want him to come on the show because he's a like solid ass dude. He was in a relationship with somebody, and they used to go to the club together. And they both from Atlanta, so you know the club scene out there fucking lit. So he'll be in there with his boys, and she'll be in there with her girls. They'll separate. She'll go dance and do all her shit and things like that. Mm-hmm. He'll go dance and do his things like that. And then, you know, they'll come back and like, okay, cool. They'll get dance with each other and shit like that. But that's what they used to like to do together. Yeah. You know, so.
It gets old, though.
It gets old after a while, you know.
Because me and her, we met in the club.
You see? And that's, hey, what they say, you meet them in the club.
And to be honest, though, like, in my head, I'm like, ooh, she looking fine. You know, I'm gonna go to the crib, bust it down, like I used to do,
right.
Bust it down, then never see her again. She made me wait, and that right there is what fucked it up because like I was like, damn, she making me wait. She different.
Now this goes into our second topic we said we're gonna talk about, and that's women who make us wait.
Bro.
How long is too long, and also women who make you wait. Like, bro, like for some reason, I get in relationships with women who make me wait for it than women who just bust it down for me.
Because they know how it is. They know niggas intense.
Yeah.
They know niggas want to fuck. And then,
exactly.
So they make
I just want to fuck.
so they make niggas wait because it's kind of like a mind game type thing. You know, you wait for something, you appreciate it more.
And it's true.
I mean, it's true.
It is true. It is true. It's almost like, you know, when you was a kid, you get a toy for Christmas. You wait for it, you wait for it. You don't know if you got it or not.
Yeah.
And then you get it, you like, oh shit.
Hey, this shit good.
Right. Mama and Santa Claus came through. What you talking about?
Then this shit break. And you like, what? But now you got there 4 years deep into it now.
With 2 kids.
And they like, fuck, shit, we'll play after them. But nah, man, like, so the whole thing about being married, you know, I think you got to keep that spark that you have when you first, you know, when that spark goes away, and I can't come to no middle ground to like ignite that shit. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like what the fuck you supposed to do at that point, you know?
So how long do you think a man should wait before he gets some?
Shit, to be honest, I mean, I don't know, man. I've been out the game for a minute, but at first, before I was, you know, when I was in the streets deep, man, it made me wait for more than goddamn a week. I'm like, yeah, man, you tripping. I mean, but you know, most women got that 30-day rule bullshit, you know. But a lot of women do. I mean,
yeah.
At least
some do.
At least they put it in terms that they do, but then they kind of give up because, you know, women want dick too.
Hell yeah, just like we want pussy.
Yeah,
so it's like, you know, it's funny because like I met women who made me wait like a month. I met women who busted down to me the same day. I had women who, you know, we just didn't link up.
Yeah.
And when we finally link up, we like spend a couple of days with each other, and then we end up fucking.
Exactly.
But it's just like, you know, I don't judge them for giving it to me the first night.
Yeah. See,
just like I don't judge them.
But that's what they thinking, though.
Right, but I don't judge it. I be wanting this shit too. Like, let me fuck. Like,
I might like you more when you was
right.
on the first day.
I have said this, and this goes into the time limit thing, right? Uh-huh. So 2 different women, and I'm gonna make sure I don't put them. I won't say their name or call them out and like that. So this is a tale of 2 women. The first woman, we went on a date. We went somewhere cheap. We just got some food, talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Had some drinks. We kissing and shit in the car or whatever, you know. Yeah. By the second time we met up, I fucked. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? We was rocking for quite some time until we just, you know, went our separate ways.
Yeah.
Then there was one woman who I took out on a nice ass date. Like, listen, this date. No, this shit was like a little more. I can't even talk into detail because, yeah. But this woman I took on a really nice date. And you know, it was way further than like eating out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it was like an event. And you know, it wasn't like I was like thirsty to fuck. I'm just like, shit, we've been talking for this long now. Like, what's up? Like, what are we? Like, what are we gonna be doing? And you know, finally, you know, she ghosted me, and then I reached out to her. She was just like, well, I felt like this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, why? You know, I'm like, listen, I didn't mean no harm or whatever. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like, it's harder for me to drop a woman if she already gave me some. Yeah. Versus somebody who,
especially like if it's something good that you like, they got that get back. You be like, shit, damn, why the fuck you do me like that?
Hey, remember the situation I was in?
Leg up, one hand on front,
one hand on neck.
Like, damn, you acting weird to me.
Hey,
so like some.
I had somebody like that, and you know who the person is. I mean, we ain't gonna say the person's name, but you know, I had somebody who had that fucking splash waterfalls. That's all I'm gonna say, and they know who they are.
Yeah, I know you out there watching.
Right, you out there watching somewhere. But you know, when they was mad at me about some shit, this is me. Like, how can I make it right? Yeah. Like, what you need me to do?
So that goes back to saying women who gives it up on the first day, second day, third day, niggas is gonna just be like, all right, fuck it. Especially if you a good person,
right?
You know, you got something going for yourself. Especially you got some good pussy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, hey, I'm gonna add that one in.
Hey,
that ooh, what is that? But yeah. So that whole like not giving it up. But I ain't gonna lie, when you make guys wait, it kind of do make you kind of like damn, she different. She ain't like all these other hoes.
Right.
And then like you fuck around and then everything that they did to get you there, that shit just goes away after a while. Yeah. That's why I say all females are the same, bro. I don't care what no one says, bro. I know you got something to say about that.
Go ahead.
I don't care what no one says, bro. All females are the same, bro.
They not, bro. They all complicated. Now,
bro,
I would say this. They all complicated, but they all not the same,
unless they like 35 and know what the fuck they want.
Shit, I know somebody 35 and then was still fucking getting on my damn nerves.
But they know what they want. Like 19 to like 27, 28, they all the same, bro.
Confused.
They don't know what they want. They got them. They gonna get you to where they want you to be, and then be like, you know what, fuck it, and there, fuck it all up but y'all already so deep into it. It's kind of hard to like. I'm speaking from experience. Like when me and my wife got together, that shit was the best time of my fucking life, bro. I was like, man,
y'all was fucking every day.
We fucking every day, fucking in the car, bro. If we can't find out where to fuck, we gonna fuck somewhere. And then like it got to a point where she ain't even give no pussy no more. I'm like, what happened? like we went from fucking to goddamn from me on my hands and knees.
But you gotta think about it though. Like what changed in y'all relationship that made her to where she didn't want to fuck?
Bro,
like,
time, bro.
I mean, time is one thing, but also
always,
though, like the experience. You have to keep things like exciting. You gotta keep things going.
We done had threesomes.
I want a threesome so bad.
She done kicked the bitch out the crib. in the middle of it, she like, get the fuck out. I'm like, what? What's going on? But like we done things to try to spice it up, bro. It's like it's only gonna go as far as the women wants it to go.
Yeah.
So if you can think of all these crazy ass things, polyamorous relationships, goddamn, all this crazy shit, you know, guys, we will go above and beyond with some shit, but women are different. But I guess you can say if a woman ain't feeling other women, it's kind of not gonna work. Cause it's like a woman asking a nigga be like, let's bring another guy into it.
Hell no.
Hell no. You got me fucked up.
Then especially, I said this before. I said this to somebody I was talking to. I said I'd be so upset if the nigga dick bigger than mine.
Bro,
I'd be like,
I'm gonna sit here and be like, man, you gotta put this shit up.
Right? Hey, you gotta go, bro.
Hell no. But yeah,
look at us a fat nigga.
Shit, get us goddamn some square ass nigga.
Right.
But for real though.
Nah,
like,
but you're right though, man.
Like if the
you right about you right about you know the whole fact is that like women they certain age ranges there they don't know what they want because I mean they're young, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But also I feel as though like all women ain't the same, bro, because like I met women who are like, you know, great people. You know what I'm saying? I met people who are shitty. You know, I know women who I was talking to a woman who made 6 figures and her attitude was just horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm good on that. I met women who ain't have $1 in their pocket and was beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just think it just depends, man.
Bro, me talking to everybody I know that's married, everybody I know that's in relationships, everybody I know that's dealing with someone, it's always the same shit. They can always relate to what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was there, so I understand what you're saying.
If every nigga can relate, it got to be at some point all women has at least a similar type of mindset.
But then also too,
but it's the music they listen to. It's the goddamn the niggas that they deal with.
Mm-hmm, that part.
But it's like everybody at some point, human beings are always gonna have some type of connection. Like me and you, we might not be the same person, but we're gonna like some of the same things.
Yeah,
we're gonna do some of the same things,
and
you gonna go in your relationship, I'm going in my relationship, and we're gonna do some of the same things, you know. And it's always gonna be like all niggas is the same, just because we act kind of like I might act similar to a nigga that I don't even know, but the fact that we all have some type of attachment as men, and all women have some type of attachment as women. It's always gonna be the same. Shit.
It goes back to our primal instinct, you know.
Yeah.
There's just certain things that men just do.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? Like men, you know, we like a challenge.
Yeah.
But also we like to conquer. You know what I'm saying? Like we just love to take over some shit. You know, so it's just like, and that's probably one of our toxic traits. And you know, as a man, shit, you feel, you know, the work up to even get the coochie. You be like, I got this shit. I got this shit. And then finally you get it, you're like, all right, I got it.
Yeah, you're like, all right, cool. All right, cool. What's next?
What's next?
So like, even saying that, like, guys who play video games, the women who was with the guy who playing video games, they're all going to talk to each other and say, like, you know, say the same shit about the guys who play the games. No girl, I haven't met a girl yet that says, I like my nigga playing a video game.
I mean, I met a girl who said it, but that's because.
But was it someone who played the game and they was cool with it, or they just saying that shit just because they trying to get you? Or they saying it to make it sound good, bro. I see bitches that
But I know women. No, but listen, I know women who play games and they enjoy it. But it's not. But it's not just that though. It's not just that though. A woman who see a man play the game on his time off and shit, she say, okay, he ain't out here doing nothing stupid. He just playing the game. Now the problem, here's the problem though, and this is probably the problem. Women require a lot of attention. Okay, and we know this. Okay. This is a fact. Women are more emotional creatures, so they require more attention. This is just what I don't call it a fact, but it's just from what I assume. I mean, from what I see. Yeah. So when you spend too much time on the game, they're like, damn, you care about the game more than you care about me, nigga. Man. And it's like, it's not that. It's just that it's our time to decompress from certain things. Exactly. And it's something that I was I saw on Facebook, and it was talking about how a man needs about 20 to 30 minutes to decompress from his day when he get home from work. And this goes into the nagging. A man doesn't need to come home from work and the first thing his old lady do is nag on him. Exactly. Because it's just like, bro, like you don't know what kind of day I had at work. Exactly. Especially if you're not like one of them men who talk about his day at work. Mm-hmm. You don't know what kind of fucking day I had at work. Shit, I had to work. That's enough. That's stressful enough. Yeah. Right. So it's like, you come home from work, you need some time to like get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Like to get your thoughts together so you can now be in home mode. Because we spend more time at work than we do at home. Especially with our professions. Yeah. So it's just like you don't have time to hear and deal with all that nonsense. So the little time you do get off, like the weekend, sometimes you want to just take care of yourself. But then there's a balance. Yeah. You have to take care of them as well as take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not gonna be able to take care of them. Okay. But I think the main issue or the main problem is that sometimes we can be a little selfish and take care of more of ourselves than we do them. But that's when you have to take the opportunity to give them exclusive, undivided attention.
You know what? As a man, understand where you're coming from as you put take care of the household and the women. But at some point, who gonna take care of us? No one can take care of us but us.
No, but I said this.
So the fact that you saying, I heard you say you take care of everything, but I never heard you say of the woman taking care of us.
Now you're right. And you're absolutely right. And you know what? And I even said this to somebody who I'm really interested in, right? Uh-huh. I said, I'm tired. The last 2 relationships I was in, I did everything.
Everything. And no one did shit for you.
I want somebody to start taking care of me now.
Exactly.
I want somebody to start treating me. And guess what she started doing? She started treating me. She took me out to eat. She gave me a fucking full body massage. I ain't talking about a little 2-minute. Okay, I'm done.
Y'all haven't been doing this enough for me to sit here and be like,
yeah, okay.
For me to be like, all right, yeah.
Right now we're in the honeymoon. You know, I get it. I
don't want to hear nothing until 3-4 years down the line. You be like, man, she just gave me another massage, or she got there to suck my toes, ate my ass on, God.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. We'll talk about that on the sex episode. But I got a lot of shit I want to let y'all women know. All right,
bro. But like down the line, shit like that, it sounds good now. Okay,
yeah, it is.
I'll be like, okay, cool. But if that shit ain't happening years from down the line, bro, I don't trust nothing woman does within like the first couple months of talking.
That's true.
Because this shit not gonna keep happening. It's gonna be more arguing and nagging and fussing and complaining. Like 3 years down the line, them fucking massages and back rubs and
you see, but that's the thing though, right? Like this goes back into what I was saying. You have to keep it interesting. Yeah. As a man, you gotta
at least keep the same shit going that you was doing at the beginning. Not even interesting. No, you don't gotta bring nothing new into it. Just keep the same thing going that was happening at the beginning. A lot of women, they sit here and they do things that they do at the beginning, a couple months down the line, and then it's like at that point it's just like, all right, well, I got him where I want him now, so it's kind of like he will take care of me.
That's true, but we do it too though.
I mean, yeah.
Listen,
yeah, we definitely do it too.
I tell women this all the time.
I just call my wife beautiful, honey, sweetheart. I'd be like, Brianna. I'd be like, hey, yo.
Nigga. Nah, but head ass. Nah, but look. So this is a thing too, right? Like, you know, I tell women this, you know, and I tell them this all the time, and I'm very transparent with how I describe myself. Yeah. I say, look, some days you're gonna get A1 dick. Yeah. You're gonna get some good ass dick. You're gonna be telling your friends about it, like this nigga done readjusted my walls. Shit, some days I'm gonna get a and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Right. You get that lazy dick, like, look, I just wanna get a nut off, you know what I'm saying?
Pumping quick.
Right. So I tell women that, like, you know, you're not going to get the A+ me all the time. Yeah. But just know that, and this is something that we all have to remember, men and women, that whatever you show your partner in the beginning, you have to be consistent with it. And it's something that a lot of women say to me, that this starts off really good, but then you start seeing the real sides of them, the real traits of them. And the same thing with women. I've seen women, or I've been with women who was like, listen, I'm here for you, I'm down for you no matter what, blah, 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 blah. If you lose your job, I'm here, da, 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 da. But you know what's great? They say years later, like right? And then, like, you know, time later, it's like, damn, you told me you gonna, you know what I'm saying, be here no matter what. And now here you are gone. Like,
ain't no woman like that. Like, I mean, I can say no women, but it takes a strong woman to be with a guy who's still developing, you know. Because if you're not to the point in life where you want to be, and the woman is like still riding with you, I say keep her.
Yeah, that's true. Know? Yeah, because she was there when you had nothing, you know.
Yeah, and then once you get to the point where you at, you know, it'll be hard to find someone like that because it's kind of like
you don't know if they're there for good reasons.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know if they're there just because, you know, you got some bread or you established or what. But it's still, I don't know. It's just different, you know, being with someone who was there for me, you know, when I didn't have nothing. And now, you know, I'm not exactly where I want to be in life, but it's kind of like she's making it hard for me to get to where I want to be. So if I cut her off now and I do get to where I want to be, I look stupid if I go back to her, you know?
Not really. I mean,
no, because think about it. We break up, get divorced, right? Mm-hmm. 3 years from now, I'm where I want to be, and she's, you know, she been in the dating world. She been, you know, doing what she doing, and she found someone, and I'm sitting here like, damn, now I look stupid because I'm trying to get with her, and she in a whole relationship now, or she damn near married or some shit. So I'm sitting here like, damn. So I ain't say I wanted to get divorced from my wife, but I feel like she kind of holding me back to where I could be at, you know, because a lot of women hold. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking a little bit too. You know, I can't really think of the word right now. But maybe I'm not saying exactly what I want to say because I can't explain it right. But man can't get to where they want to be in life with the women involved. Yeah.
And it's something that and it's something that damn, I can't remember if I said it on the podcast or if I said it to somebody I was talking to. There's basically the way you explained it, right? There's two different types of women when it comes to that situation. Mm-hmm. The woman who's going to hold you back because you're trying to please them. You're trying to please them.
My bad.
Or the woman who understands what you're trying to go through and what you're trying to do, and they support you. But then it takes a special type of person to do something like that. Because, I mean, let's be honest, like, even with men, we don't want somebody who don't got shit.
Exactly.
However, we want somebody who's working on themselves.
Exactly.
And doing the things that's necessary.
That's gonna get them there.
Like with me, like, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I like big women. I like all women, but I like big women too.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the BBWs.
Yeah, BBW out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see y'all out there.
But if I see a big woman who's like, okay, I'm finna go to the gym and just get my body, you know, in shape, and you know, I'm gonna eat better, and
but they gotta show you. They gotta show you that they actually doing that though.
Right?
They can't just be saying it. They gotta show you something.
Saying and doing are two different things. Yeah. Absolutely. Or like a woman who, You know, I know women who didn't have a job, and I'm just like, you know, what are you doing with yourself? You know what I'm saying? I knew women who didn't have a job or didn't have a good job, but they're in school full time.
Exactly.
It was like, okay, I see where you're trying to get to. That's like me. Like, I'm finna transition out of my career, something that I've been doing for so long, to be a fireman.
Exactly.
A woman can be like, well, you know, what if this don't work out for you? But I'm at the end of my road. I'm at the end of the road of this journey that I've been going down to be a fireman.
And
so
then
it's
first
like,
of all, if a woman says that, that's all they red flag right there, that they didn't even worth your time. You know, if a woman be like, well, what if it don't happen? No, fuck that. It's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and that's true.
Like fuck that.
And that's real shit.
Like that's just putting negative thoughts. Like no one that's trying to get to where they want to go has time for people with negative thoughts.
Absolutely.
You know?
And that's the same thing. Not to jump off subject, but that's the same thing with like telling people your good news. Mm-hmm. You can tell what kind of woman you want to, or what kind of man you want to be with, based on how they react to your good news.
Exactly.
If you tell them, hey, like for instance, I just passed my final for
hey, congratulations! You know,
thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, with the claps on.
You know what I'm saying? I passed my firefighting final, so now I'm just waiting to do my my state registration day, you know, so I can be state certified. But it's like I told different people, like, hey, I passed my final. Some people was like, yo, I know that's right. Ooh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all my niggas, oh, bro,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Some of the females, oh, congratulations, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then some female was like, oh, good job.
Nah,
I'm good. Like, I'm like, okay. I know the go ahead and single you out.
Yeah, that wasn't exciting enough for me.
I need you to fucking. Look, I need my red carpet and all that. Because guess what? If you did something successful, I'm gonna give you all the. I'm gonna take you out to eat. I'm gonna do whatever I can to show you that I'm proud of you for doing it. So
yeah, I even tried to go out with you with some drinks, but you know you had other things going on. But
yeah, so that's man. I had some chick going on.
But that's another subject.
But we're gonna pick up on that. We're gonna do something together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's just interesting how, like, you know, just how some people are, you know, as far as like, I guess I would say, like, you know, what they want, what they prefer, how they are in the beginning and how they are in, you know, towards the end. And I feel like in a relationship, you know, like I don't know, man. Like I don't even like using the word anything with ship in it. Friendship, relationship, partnership, any of that, because ships sink. So I feel like, you know, I just feel like we need to be more understanding to one another, you know, like as far as like for instance, with your situation, if you're constantly telling your wife, listen, this is what I require for me to still be here, and it's nothing like outrageous or crazy, then she should try hard. If she loves you enough, she should try hard enough to do that, and vice versa. You know, and vice versa. You know, it's the same thing, and vice versa. Like, you know, like I feel as though like some people, they, you know, we just get selfish at times, you know, and that's something that we need to work on. Yeah. You know, we need to work on that. And
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm kind of I'm not okay. So I wouldn't say I'm selfish, but it's like things that I require. I expect, not even require. I expect you to do, you know, being married. And
that's good.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain things that it should be done. You know.
Yeah, like sex, for instance, which is another topic for another day. Sex is probably 60% of a marriage.
No,
I say 60.
No,
60, 80.
No,
80.
Way lower.
Way lower.
Yes.
You know what? And we've got this topic on the next episode of the podcast, so stay tuned.
But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, some days, man, like I don't want to have sex. I just want to just cuddle, you know. And maybe I'm softer than
I said it's some days though, like,
you know, but like
at least
shit. Some days I won't be touched at all. I ain't trying to fuck on you. I'm tired, shit. But it's like, you know, I just feel that like sex is not. If the only connection, the only thing that keeps y'all going is how good the sex is, then that's an issue. You know, for me, I think it's
it's really just how well y'all, you know, coexist with each other. You know
that right there.
So if y'all are always happy, laughing, joking, you know, playing around, like shit like that, that's gonna keep the marriage going. You know?
I think
staying young is what keep the marriage going. Because once you like start getting to the point like I don't want to do that, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like doing that. If you just wait, like spontaneous things in a relationship is what keeps it going. You know, staying young is what keeps it going. You know,
and I struggle with that at times. You know, because you know, doing the job that we do, you know, we be tired as fuck. So it's just like, you know, I've had my day where I'm gonna be on my old man shit, and that, you know, that part of that is what caused my relationships to go downhill. Yeah. So being spontaneous is true. You know, you got to be spontaneous. But I think as you get older, you know, as you guys get a lot older, you just sit down and you talk about some of the things that y'all still want to do. Yeah. Because you're not gonna be able to do everything.
Yeah, it'll only work though if both of y'all get to the point where y'all can actually sit down and come to terms and then do what y'all say y'all gonna do. You know, you can't just sit down and talk about it and then not do it. You know,
that's true.
So if y'all sit down, talk about it, and then come to terms, what's the word called? Compromise.
That C word. They go that C word. Nobody like to use. That's why it was hard for you to say it. Compromise.
Hey, I could get it out, but yeah. So like things like that is what keeps it going. You know, keep it strong, keep it pumping. You know. Like even the body, your body needs compromise. You know, like you can't sit here and eat fucking bullshit all day and expect your body to still react the same way.
Exactly.
So you have to like do things that you don't want to do sometimes, like eat healthy, work out. You know, so you can't sit here and expect your body to still function without compromise.
Same thing with your mind. Your mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
And that all goes into relationships.
Yeah, exactly.
When you eat bad, you feel bad, which makes you depressed. Mm-hmm. And you just, you know, you spew that energy out on your partners. Same thing with your mind. When your mind is bad, you spew it out on your partners. When your spirit is bad, you spew it out on your partners. So when you get, and that's something that's principal to my life. And I stand by that. Mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. When my mind, body, and spirit is good, I have nothing but to give good to people. But when one of them are misaligned, I can't be 100% to a person. So I have to take a step back and take care of whatever that's not aligned, so that way I'm able to be back at 100%, so I can give to that person.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so we're about to wrap this thing up. I know Rob had to leave a little early. But, you know, usually before we cut off, I have to say something positive about, you know, just a positive note. But I will say this, talk to your partners if you have a partner. Understand where your partner is coming from. Sometimes we forget that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. There's a reason why we have that. We have 2 ears to listen, 1 mouth to speak. Give the opportunity to understand, listen to a person and see where they're coming from. And then you get the opportunity to speak, and so they can understand and listen where you're coming from. Learn to love and learn to love truly. You know, in this day and age, you know, love is a hard thing to do, especially when, you know, you've been heartbroken so many times. But understand that, you know, somebody out there do love and care about you, and they do want you to be your best self. If you're married and you're going through marital issues, you know, go to counseling. You know, take some opportunities to do things as a couple to revitalize that, you know, that marriage and that relationship, because it's hard. You know, being married and being in a relationship is a full-time job, just like any other job, because you have to constantly make sure that your partner is good. You know, but once you come to a better understanding of one another, you're able to, you know, figure things out, problem solve, even with the simplest task, you know, like take out the trash or something like that. And just always be transparent and always be honest with your partner, because at the end of the day, that's your soulmate, that's your lifeline. You know, so, you know, none of us are perfect, but when you try to be more of yourself around them and vice versa, you know, there's no imperfection in that. So,
just try to be positive. And to you, bro, I want to make sure I say this. Fight for your marriage, fight for your relationship.
Still trying.
Keep doing it. But also at the same time, don't put yourself in a situation where you're miserable. You know what I mean? Because happiness is a crucial thing in your life. Exactly. So, but that's all the time we have today. We kind of shot from the hip. This was an unplanned podcast, but we're just glad that was able to do this. We were able to get all three of us here today. Make sure you follow the podcast on YouTube at the Toxic Ass Podcast, and on Instagram, Toxic Ass Podcast, Toxic_Ass_podcast, please. And if you want to go ahead and get your Twitter handle, or your Twitter and Instagram handle out.
On Instagram at The First Kings. Look me up. Twitter, I ain't got one yet, but I'm finna make one shortly. Just follow me on Instagram though. That's where you can get all the podcast links and everything if you can't find it on YouTube. So just do that.
Yep. Well, this has been the Toxic Ass Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast for today. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody who watches our show and give us good feedback. We love feedback. And if you want to be a guest on the show, please let us know. You can go ahead and reach out to me on Instagram. If you go to Instagram to Toxic Ass Podcast and send us a DM, we will be more than happy to read it. We always read them. We always go through them. We always respond back. So please just give us your time. If you want to be a guest, please. And if you want to promote a brand or a business, feel free to go ahead and let us know so we can go ahead and shout y'all out. So, and especially if you're a black business, because I appreciate and I respect all black businesses. So we're going to take up too much of you guys' time. This has been Reggie.
This one.
All right. And Rob, he ain't here right now, but we appreciate y'all support, love, and respect, and y'all take care.